All right, fasten your seatbelts. Wait, rip that thing off. It's time to stop living safe.
Are you ready? Get up, get up. Get up, get up. Get up, get up.
All I want to do is ask a question.
You're saying they're not authorized to trespass on people's private property against their will without a warrant, correct?
That's what you're saying. I never said that.
Okay, so you're saying they are authorized to trespass on people's property.
I never said that either.
One of the people is a public servant. That's legal. Oh, I don't know what they look like. Thank you very much.
And then we're just gonna raid the coffers of the bankers right now. That's what we're gonna do. Stop paying your mortgage. Stop paying your bills.
This whole thing with the Antifa and the police working together in order to let us in, and we're supposed to get demonized and all of that.
Whoa, time out. I didn't give you permission to do that. You just said you did not need permission to search my bag.
See why that's a big problem for me to ask questions.
That's enough already now. You don't wanna take it, all your reservations have been taken away. They've been taken away. So you think you're ready now for the revolution? Yeah, they can't control you.
Good morning. This is the Egg Guy, aka Vince Edwards. Garden of Eden Project, Blanca, Colorado. I got another video update for you. I hope you enjoy it. Not a professional rock wall builder, but I do want to show you a little bit of technique that I've learned anyway on how to get your rocks, to sit right, and I'm getting better and better at it as we get going. The only thing you really want to worry about is the face, right? And then all you've got to do is fill in the rest. And then you got concrete. Now, so what I'm doing is I go along and like I've got a wedge, see under that rock, and I make the flattest part, right? Sit right up against the board. Same thing with that right there. And then get this right here. And then I'm going to fill in as much as I can with rocks, so I'm not wasting concrete on the back of that. And then you can see on the front side there, that's what I did right here. And then you can see my wedge right there. And I'm just going to eyeball that to the corner there. Obviously, you want to do as much work as you can before you start mixing the concrete. So as you can see, I've filled up most of the space, right? As you can see, let's go right along there, right? As much as possible. And I'll put a layer of concrete on that and probably put a little bit more rock over on here. And get that nice and flat. And then as you can see, I've filled in as much as possible, all the wedges, and I'm just going to basically use just a tiny bit of concrete, just enough to hold all the rocks together. And the better you are at doing puzzles, the more concrete you save. I just raised that up. I put that one piece right there. I raised it up a little bit because I'm going to fill this in and make it nice and flat. So you can sit your butt down there. Okay, it's just a concrete bench. And then, so it's only going to be that high. And then that's going to go up, obviously, to the top right here. Right? And then all along there. And then we're going all the way up to the tires, see? And all the way down. got to get more rocks. And there's plenty of rocks along this road. And as you can see off in the distance down there, that's my homestead. And there's one neighbor over there, one neighbor way down there, and my neighbor across the street who's an asshole. These neighbors, I don't know them, but the landlord probably told them that I was an asshole, and hopefully at some point they'll meet me and think I was cool like the last people that were there. These guys, Troy and Jennifer, they were really cool people. Eventually came over and met me. But anyway, there's my mountain. And listen, don't look at this as work, right? Look at this as an opportunity to exercise. Every time you grab a rock, right? You know, you just, yeah, I could do a few of these and a few of those. You can turn the whole day into a workout routine. As you can see, I've got bigger rocks now. I'm using bigger rocks, so this is going to go a lot quicker. All right, the bench is done. Got a couple of cat prints on there. I'll probably wet down a rag and smooth that out and take care of the cracks today. When you're working off grid, let me tell you, especially if you're on your own, anything you can streamline and make faster, every second counts. So if you have everything in the same spot, and that's what I've done with my little egg operation here. I've updated, have had a couple of these things scattered around, but we've got the egg bath right here in case you need a little egg bath. That one needed a little bath, and now it's cleaned. And then we've got our large eggs over here. We got our small eggs over here, and as I said, I got the glue gun sitting right there. The plug is right there. And then boom. And so that's a much quicker operation. There they are. I'm constantly losing my hammers. I got 4 hammers around, and I guess that's, I just put them down somewhere, then just go off and do something else. But there we go. I just found 2 of them. Making a big dent in the junk table here. Hopefully gonna have this cleared off. Maybe by the end of the day, we'll see. And then we're doing some work around back here. I just dug this all out. I cut that all back right there. I cut that right there. Flattened all this dirt out right here. This is going to be extended out. That's going to be a big private room back here. All I got to do is just extend the roof and close it in and dig down probably a couple more feet here. And well, definitely. And then I'm going to be cutting back right about here because there needs to be a path to go along, and then I'll have to have some sort of a water runoff on the back side there. You got a great day to work out here. So pretty cloudy, a little bit of brightness. The sun just popped out once or twice, but these days are getting hot, especially this time of day out here on the desert prairie. And I'm going to show you some how we do stuff for free, right? Because virtually for free, because that's the thing. If you want freedom, then that's the way you get freedom, is you do stuff for free and you don't have to pay for it, right? So, but the thing is when you're doing stuff for free out here off grid, until you develop your systems and you get better at everything that you're doing, a lot of the free stuff takes labor, right? So So you can see we got the jackhammer. Jackhammer makes things a little bit easier. Obviously, I'd like to have a backhoe or a bobcat, but I'm not a rich man. But you can see how if you did have stuff like that, you could get this stuff done a hell of a lot faster, and you could be doing a whole lot more work and getting people in shelter, getting people off the grid, getting people out of the matrix, right? And I just keep all my materials together, and this is what I wanted to show you. Just, I mean, all kinds of material for rock walls, and you make rock walls till the cows come home. And what is that? It's free building materials, right? And there's, I'm developing ways to take just pallets, and that's all free. You can get those for free anywhere, and actually construct structures, real structures with them that are actually going to, make whole houses. And obviously, as we get going, we won't have to do that stuff as much anymore. But the key to defeating the banksters is to reduce our cost of living so that we're living free and we're not paying them for everything like what people are doing right now. So let's see here. We've got this. We've got my two screens here, and as you can see, these are the screens that I'm using usually just to get the bigger rock for my concrete, which is right here, as you can see. And then we have a smaller rock, okay? And then I have, I use this just to, I'll wash it off and use it while I'm building in order to fill in spaces like that. And there you can see one of my rock walls that I've already done, but I haven't filled in all the spaces yet on that. And you have to fill in all the spaces because otherwise spiders will find a home. And that's one issue we have out here is spider mites, right? So let's go into the back. Actually, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm taking and I'm cleaning off the boards. I'm going to be priming this, and eventually we're going to have all of these boards in here primed, at least primed with white. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as painting them, but it will at least prime them. And as you can see, there's my strawberry garden going. Now I'm still having issues with some rotted strawberries. I think I've got some mold that's kind of getting left over because it's been really moist in here. So I'm gonna have to use my solution. One of the solutions that I've just come up with from somebody telling me that came over, showed me what was going on, and said you need vinegar and Dawn dishwashing liquid. And I've been experimenting with different concentrations. So we got a couple little babies coming up over here. So what was my thing? I was coming in here to show you this. Okay, so we're coming through here, and then we've got, you've seen what the update from the last video here. I've got my little cement pad. It's just the bottom of a closet. I'm not trying to make it look like glass. I'm gonna have six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably storage drawers. And we're going to start sorting out a lot of this stuff a lot more into here. And I don't know if that'll be like plumbing, probably plumbing or gardening and electrical, depending on what I need. We can start sorting out the Walmart, right? So here's my mix right here, okay? And what I do is I'll use a full bucket of not this rock. That's the rock that's a little bit bigger that you saw out back. Okay, I'll use a full bucket plus basically about 8 gallons. Okay, so a bucket and a half. And then I'll use about a half of a bucket of this, or I use 4 of those Folgers. Okay, so about a half of a 5-gallon bucket of this stuff. And this is this 1/8 rock right here. Okay, and it's a little bit moist because it's been raining out, but that's some good stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll go and I've got a pile of sand that I've been collecting, and from all of my excavating. And the sand in this stuff, I get lots of this stuff right? And so I don't have to do that as much, but it takes a little while to get the bigger rock. So I'll use 3 Folgers worth, the 30-ounce Folgers of sand. I throw that on top, and then I'll use, now I'm going just straight to 2 Folgers of Portland gray concrete. I'll show you that real quick here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this room right here is going to actually, I'm getting these rocks out of here, working on that today. I'm going to be cutting down that wall a little bit more. And as you can see, it's got this window that goes right out here. And then we've got these 2 beams that hold up the RV that are also going to be a great place for a squat bar, right? That's going to be badass. And then I have the reverse incline sitting over there. That's going to get set up right in here. And this is the rocket stove area, as I showed you guys before. Oh, when I started the rock wall out back, that's including the bench, I had 1 more of these. This is a 47-pound bag of gray Portland concrete. And I am just barely starting the second bag. So that is roughly about, I believe these are $13 each. And so I've spent a total of about $13 so far on the wall. It might cost me, maybe when we're all said and done, another 2 more bags of concrete. So I'm pretty much going to build the whole rock wall out there for under $100. And we got this cleared out now. We got all the rocks cleared out, so I can get ready to start flattening out the floor. And then I'm going to have to cut that back because I can get a little bit more room. And then what I also want to do is just I'd like to have a couch along there down here in the basement area, so I can come down here and crash during the daytime, because upstairs it's a little bit warmer, but down here it's nice and cool. And to top off this quick update, I'll just show you, this is about a little bit, just about good butt high right here. You're able to sit down, fairly comfortably. And it's going to be another probably 1.5 inches higher. And we're going to have a pad right on there. That's pretty much finished, other than the cracks. I'll be filling those cracks in later on. I've got a little method to do that, and I'll be showing you that. And then I did take out all the cat prints, and I smoothed off the edge. I made it a nice edge like that, as you can see. So, you can sit right and nice and comfortable on that bench. Right, so if you want to help me make America great again by defunding the Matrix, then give me a call. The new number right now currently, because I'm having trouble with the old number, is 719-343-5977. You can also reach me at reallysmart@protonmail.com. I'm also on X, and my heavily censored X account is LDN_social. And I'm trying to organize the Stop the Steal movement. And I got to tell you, man, it looks like they're going to steal this thing. And I think we're going to have Madam President Kamala Harris, folks. So I think you need to be doing what I'm doing and trying to get a MAGA hat on every single head. I just got these things today. I already unloaded 4 of them. And let's do it. Let's just flip, and get red hats on everybody, because they think we're the minority, folks. And, if you watch, if you're just a normie and you're watching MSNBC, that happens to be on wherever you're at, and, you just did what you've always done and you never woke up and you just don't keep up with the news, then you think that MAGA is just a minority. And we need to come out of the woodwork. And that's why I'm talking about stopping the steal. That's why I'm also talking about, if you are a Trump supporter, now's the time to put a MAGA hat on your head. Yeah, it's a big risk, but, communism is a much bigger risk. And if you're watching what's going on in Aurora, Colorado right now, big news, you're not going to hear about it. It's just kind of stunning, where, you got Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment buildings, kicking people out, saying, hey, you got any rent? Nope, get the hell out, even though they just paid the landlord maybe a week ago. So people need to start waking up and getting organized. So if you want to be at my Stop the Steal, I'm having it every single day between now and election day. We need to get organized on X. Get on there. I'm heavily censored. It's the only chance we have online of even hoping to organize some sort of a movement is on X, and I'm talking about 200K in every state capital and at least 5 million in DC. And if we're not able to do that here in America, then you pretty much can kiss our country goodbye and your rights and the ability to do something free like this. So make America great again. Spread this video, follow, share. I mean, come on. Right? They want to get rid of all of that. They want to get rid of your freedom. Don't let them. God bless the Patriots.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
Brought to you by LibertyDaily.news. Accurate headlines and a free press won't surprise last.